Cereal time, cereal time, cereal time, whoa.
Follow my nose! We'll follow my nose! We'll follow my nose!
What's up, cereal heads? Today we're going to talk about a few new varieties of Froot Loops. Now, throughout the years, there have been countless varieties of this classic Toucan Sam cereal. There was Froot Loops Treasures, which featured little strawberry crave-like nuggets. Froot Loops with Sprinkles, which was more cosmetic because it didn't really change the flavor of the cereal. Countless varieties with marshmallows, including this alien fruit monster version, along with this alien berry one with funtastic marshmallows. Then, of course, there's the Halloween versions, the ones with spooky marshmallows, the ones with skeleton marshmallows, and we can't forget Froot Loops Smoothie with yogurt-covered Froot Loops. This was one of their more creative ventures. And the more current wild berry Froot Loops, which arguably taste better than original Froot Loops. Now, in addition to those, there have been others too, some boxes buried amongst my collection. But today is not about looking backward to Toucan Sam's older concoctions. This video is about current varieties of Froot Loops that came out fairly recently. The first one we're going to take a look at is Birthday Cake Froot Loops. This one is a limited edition and it comes in this fun yellow box. You can see that it says it's a strawberry flavored birthday cake, and the color of the Froot Loops are purple, red, and yellow. And they look like they have some sprinkles on them too. You'll notice that the color of these Froot Loops are supposed to coincide with the color of Toucan Sam's plumage. You can see he has a yellow, red, and purple feather there on the back, and the rings around his beak are those colors too. Now, if you're having a bit of deja vu and think that you've seen Birthday Cake Froot Loops before, let me assure you that you're not crazy. 2 years ago, they released the Birthday Cake Froot Loops in Canada to celebrate Canada's 150th anniversary. I did a video about that cereal, so you can check that out if you want to know more, but it looks like Kellogg's decided that Canada shouldn't get all the fun, so they brought it over here to the US as well. Now, is this version the same version they had in Canada with just different colors? We'll find out, but first, let's take a look at the back of the box. You can see there's a lot going on in this chaotic birthday party scene. There's a bouncy house and a birthday cake gazebo, kids playing pin the tail on Toucan Sam, kids playing with a piñata. You got Sam shooting off a confetti cannon, and they have a few games here like find some hidden objects. You can always head over to kfr.com/games if you want to see the backs of Kellogg's boxes and the answers to the games that are on them. Alright, I think it's time to cut this birthday cake and try a slice. So here's what a bowl of the US version of Birthday Cake Froot Loops look like. If you look closely, you can see the red, purple, and yellow loops are covered in some funfetti-like sprinkles. I'd say this version beats the Canadian version on look. I like the multicolored pieces more than the pinkish ones from Canada. Let's hit them with some milk and give them a try. It's pretty good. It's got a strawberry frosting-like flavor. It's not super strong or super sweet. I think it's pretty much the same as the Canadian version, but it's been 2 years since I've tried that cereal, so I can't really say. There are some things that have that strong artificial birthday cake flavor. Thankfully, this one doesn't. It doesn't necessarily taste like birthday cake to me, but it does have a nice flavor. I like it. It's not a bad way to celebrate your birthday. But as it says on the box, it is limited edition, so I don't think it'll be sticking around for too long. If you want to try some Birthday Cake Froot Loops, head out and pick some up now while they're still available. Froot Loops came out in 1963, so I guess that makes Toucan Sam about 56 this year. Maybe they'll re-release this stuff for his 60th birthday in 2023. Anyway, let's move on to the next version. So the next variety we're going to talk about is Froot Loops Tropical, or Tropical Froot Loops. Whatever you want to call it, I think you can tell from the Nuevo on the box here that these are an American variety. This extra wide, large box here is an import from Mexico where they released this limited edition Froot Loops Tropical flavor. Now on the front of the box here you can see a close-up of the Froot Loops. Looks like the colors are kind of muted with the green, orange, lighter orange, and palish yellow color. And they only feature 2 fruits on the front here, a pineapple and a banana. But let's check out the back of the box to see if we can get some more info. Here we go, this is better. So the back features this memory game where you can cut out these fruit cards and then play a very simple matching game. We're not going to do that, but at least it tells us what the 4 flavors are that make up this tropical version. You got mango, piña, plátano, and naranja, or mangoes, pineapples, bananas, and oranges. Now to me, the idea of a tropical Froot Loops is a great idea. If this was back in the 90s, I bet they'd have a fun commercial with Toucan Sam hanging out on some tropical island. Let's open up this stuff and take a look. Okay, so here's what a bowl of tropical Froot Loops look like. You can see all 4 colors here, but really doesn't matter. We all know that Froot Loops, whether original or tropical, all taste the same. The individual loops aren't flavored differently. Anyway, let's hit them with some milk and give them a try. They definitely have a different taste than original Froot Loops, so yeah, it's kind of hard to describe. I'm not really getting the banana flavor, or maybe the orange or the mango. I don't know, maybe I am. Again, it's really tough to describe, but it's a good flavor. It's kind of refreshing. I almost feel like this would be great crumbled up over some vanilla frozen yogurt or vanilla ice cream. You know what it kind of reminds me of? The crushed pineapple topping that you put on top of soft serve ice cream, like at DQ or McDonald's or something. I mean, I'm happy Kellogg's has given other countries their own version of Froot Loops, but I wish they'd bring it to the US as well. We're the biggest cereal consumers in the world, and I know the US customers would love to try this stuff too. Speaking of other countries getting their own versions of Froot Loops, the next one we're going to talk about is this giant box of Mermaid Froot Loops from down under in Australia. This cereal came out last year in Australia, and you can see from the box that it says limited edition on it, so I'm not sure if it's still available. Now this one isn't to be confused with the Mermaid cereal by General Mills released here recently. That's an entirely different cereal we'll cover in another video. This is just Kellogg's attempt to once again cash in on the mythical creatures craze. You'll remember they also released the Unicorn Froot Loops in the UK. This was just regular tasting Froot Loops in different colors with a unicorn on the box. That would later be brought over to the US market as Unicorn cereal where they changed the flavor. I guess that cereal was a success and they figured, why not try with another mythical creature? And since mermaids are all the rage right now, they decided to give it a go down in Australia. Now you can see from the picture on the box here, the Froot Loops are yellow, green, and purple. And they have a little mermaid here on the front of the box. Or I shouldn't say front of the box, it's just one side. Because see, on the other side of the box, they have a big mermaid tail. But you can use either side as the front of the box. Now overall, I think this stuff is probably just regular Froot Loops. But let's open up this box and take a look. I feel like I need to show you how big this box really is. So check out this huge bag of cereal that was inside that box. You could hurt somebody with this bag. Alright, so here's what a bowl of Mermaid Froot Loops from Australia look like. The loops look a little different, and that's probably just because the production of these in Australia is different than the production of them here. Maybe they use more oat flour or different dyes, who knows. Let's hit them with some milk and give them a try. So they taste like regular Froot Loops, but not quite the same. It's almost like they're a bootleg version. They're not as sweet or flavorful as American Froot Loops. It's kind of lacking in that citrus note that's behind Froot Loops flavor. I don't know. I'm not a really big fan of these at all. I'm not sure why Kellogg's didn't release this version here in the US. Maybe they were just testing it over there and they will eventually bring it here to the US. Maybe they scrapped that idea now that General Mills released their Mermaid cereal. Who knows? Whatever the case may be, don't let the FOMO get to you because you're not missing anything with this Australian Mermaid Froot Loop cereal. Okay, the last variety I want to talk about isn't technically a Froot Loop cereal, but I didn't know how else to cover it without dedicating an entire video to it, which it definitely doesn't deserve. I'm talking, of course, about Catacorn cereal. And even though, like I said, this technically isn't a Froot Loop cereal, it kinda is, right? I mean, it's from Kellogg's and it's fruit flavored loops. That's basically a Froot Loop cereal. Now, I would try to explain the Catacorn phenomenon, but I don't really understand it myself. I assume somebody created a mythical creature that was half cat and half unicorn, and then the internet made it a meme and it took off and became popular. I really have no idea. I feel old and out of touch. I'm sure there's a mythology and lots of details surrounding Catacorn, but I don't feel like researching the origins of this creature, so somebody in the comments can school me to all the details. I'm actually not even sure it's still on shelves. It came out in the fall of 2018 and it's limited edition. You can see on the front of the box here it says the flavor is Berry Perfection and it has glittery sparkles on the cereal. Let's take a look at the back of the box. So you can see it's just a big coloring page for you to bring to life with your markers or colored pencils. Back in the day they would have included those tools you need to color inside this box as an actual prize, but not today. In addition to this scene here on the back, you can find these two other scenes on Kellogg's website in case you want to color more pictures of Catacorn. And then just like Unicorn cereal, they have a thing on the side of the box that helps you determine your Catacorn name. You match up the first letter of your name with the month you were born, and voila. My Catacorn name is Curious Glimmertail. What's yours? Alright, let's open up this Catacorn cereal and take a look. So here's what a bowl of Catacorn cereal looks like. You can see it's just like the red or pinkish Froot Loops sprinkled with glittery sparkles. The image on the outside of the box would have you believe the colors were much brighter and more vivid than they actually are in the bowl. Let's hit it with some milk and give it a try. So it's got a sweet, artificial berry flavor to it. Is it raspberries, blackberries, blueberries, snozberries? I don't know. All these berry flavored Froot Loops kind of bleed together for me. Unless it's wild berry Froot Loops, I kind of don't care. Don't get me wrong, this stuff is not bad. I'm just kind of over berry flavored Froot Loops. And let me promise you something. The Baby Shark cereal that Kellogg's is releasing in a few weeks will almost definitely have the same flavor as this Catacorn cereal. You can see the shapes and colors of that cereal are identical to Peeps cereal, so I imagine Kellogg's just mashed up Catacorn and Peeps cereal and threw the results into a box and slapped Baby Shark on the front, which will help them continue to print money. But back to this stuff, if you're obsessed with Catacorn, then you should definitely pick up this stuff and give it a try. Although, who am I kidding? If you're obsessed with Catacorn, I'm sure you already have boxes of this stuff. Anyway, I think that's gonna do it for this supersized edition of Cereal Time. We covered a lot of ground with the current crop of Froot Loop varieties. Nothing really wowed me, but that's pretty much par for the course with Kellogg's these days. Alright, that's gonna do it. As always, thank you for watching, and until next time, stay crunchy. And don't forget, follow your nose!